Hey everyone, let's dive into a story that's raw, real, and incredibly important. This is Jane's story. Jane met Nick on a night that felt like destiny. The music was loud, lights flashing, strangers dancing like they'd known each other for years. Amid the crowd, her eyes met his. Nick had a kind smile and a laugh that melted right through her. They talked, danced, kissed, and by the end of the night, they were tangled in each other, physically, emotionally, fatefully. Weeks passed. Jane couldn't stop thinking about him. Then came the news. She was pregnant. Her hands shook as she dialed his number. She expected panic, but when she told him, he smiled. "That's amazing," Nick said. "Let's do this together." They moved in not long after. Jane painted nursery colors in her mind and imagined a future with a man who felt like a dream. But dreams can twist into nightmares. Nick changed. It started small, snapping over spilled coffee, harsh words when she didn't answer texts quickly enough. Then came the shoves, the angry hands grabbing her wrists too tightly, the yelling, the threats, the bruises hidden beneath long sleeves. And then, the moments that hurt the most, when he touched her without asking, when no stopped meaning anything, when he reminded her that she was his. Jane stopped seeing her friends. She stopped answering calls from her parents. She smiled less. She cried more, but only when no one could hear, except someone did hear. Her friends, worried and heartbroken, knew something wasn't right. Jane was the light in every room, until Nick dimmed it. One evening, desperate to know the truth, two of them sneaked into the neighbor's yard, hoping they were wrong. But they weren't. Through a crack in the curtain, they saw it. Nick screaming, Jane trembling. A moment of violence that shattered any doubt. And then came Jane's sobs, raw and helpless. They called the police immediately. Sirens cut through the night. Red and blue lights painted the walls of the house that had become Jane's prison. Officers burst in. Jane, clutching her stomach, stared blankly as Nick was pulled away in handcuffs. It was over, finally. But healing would take time. Her friends and family wrapped her in arms she thought she'd lost. They gave her a safe place to breathe again, to cry, to begin. She gave birth to a baby girl, and for the first time in a long time, she smiled. Not out of fear, but out of hope. Jane would never forget what she endured, but she survived. And she would teach her daughter that love should never hurt. Remember, it's never okay to abuse someone, physically, emotionally, or sexually. Love is not control. Love is not pain. If you see someone hurting, say something. If you're hurting, know this. You are not alone. There is help. There is hope. And you deserve to feel safe. Always.